welcome back again to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires the Commonwealth. Today we're standing here outside of Casonville's. You saw the name. Chase Emble, Chase MB. I don't know. Anyway, they built this house. It's got a front porch, which is nice because, you know, they've got a front porch facing the road, which is a classic design. They've got water purifiers all stuck through the water because, you know, everybody needs a billion things of water in the wasteland. You've got a box house done with a contemporary set, set on standard foundations, and then they brought in these things, which I understand. You know, if you're moving camps a lot, then whenever you have your plants placed in these things, you can place them down immediately. You don't have to replant them. I understand the reasoning for that. I also understand, like, you know, planting things directly on the ground because it takes up less budget. They have a chicken coop. They've been playing for a while. They've got one of the most annoying allies in the game, and the Raider Punk. They built themselves this nice little office, which I'm not going to bother with. We've got a few different armors on display. They don't know how to make roofs that go all the way to the ceiling. They've got workbenches. You got him sitting here in what looks like a straight jacket. So, yeah, not really themed out well, not really built that great. Nothing I really want to break into to see the next section of. Built with a couple different sets, using the contemporary set. Built the porch all wonky and weird because either they don't know how to build it or they just didn't care. The roof is the Brotherhood of Steel set. Concrete walls along with the other stuff, all built on, you know, technically 2x4 foundations, which are stupid. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this one what I actually think of it. I've been giving out 5s a lot recently, and I realize that, you know, not everything deserves a 5. Some things like this one here deserves what it actually needs, which is like a deuce. It deserves a bright, shiny deuce. Because, you know, this is one of those rare locations where I'm going to say, if you build here, you might actually want to put more turrets than just a few down by your crops, because they will cut down your crops when you want them to cut down creatures. It would have been easier to stick a couple turrets on top of these things than to have them sitting by a bunch of stuff, and I just died. Yeah. That's what happens when you run around on a bloody build and don't actually pay attention to your health. Alright. We're gonna go down here. I'm done with this place anyway, and I really don't care to repeat it. I'll use that for my thumbnail for this one. I have to go back and make another one for the other one I was looking at a few minutes ago. Let's go to Rock George's camp down here and see what the hell it's got on it. I mean, the guy named himself Rock George. I mean, he could have went with George Rocks. Rock George just makes me think of Rock Lee from Naruto, and it's not a good thought because Rock Lee was cool and stupid in his own way, where this I'm kind of hoping is going to be cool, but I have a feeling it's going to be stupid in a wholly different way. And yes, I'm running along on a bloody character in the middle of a field that's probably going to try and kill me at some point, which is fine. Okay, so we've got the Brotherhood of Steel prefab structure. And the barn. 2 prefabs, so they're already at a regular 2. They built the gate. This is the new gate, by the way. It's kind of cool. Got her out here. This whole place is actually kind of decorated out sort of well for what it is. Granted, it still looks kind of like half-ass work in progress-y type thing. But hey, that's cool. At least they're trying. Let's check out the other one. This one's done up more as a work area. That one was done up more as a house. Okay, the car up here is a little much. I'm just going to throw that one out there. If you're going to use this workstation, at least put it on the ground somewhere where the car looks like it would actually fit. Otherwise, they brought this car up here in pieces and reassembled it in the second floor, which although I've seen people do stupid shit, like there's actually a car in a cave underwater in a local area that I live in, where they took a car in piece by piece and reassembled it inside the cave after the river flooded, and they found the lake was flooded, and they put the car back together in there, so it was in pristine condition at one point. But yeah, that's a little much. Okay, so I normally give people that build in these kind of buildings straight up, they get a 2 to begin with. This one has quite a few prefabs out, a few other things. Like he's trying to figure out what he's doing with his build or her build. Again, this is Rock George's camp. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good solid 6. No, it was a good solid 6. Rock George got away. But that's okay. I got to see the camp anyway, so I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'd say that one was a 6. I mean, they used both prefabs. They started the decoration process. Things weren't quite right. They were still working on some stuff, and you could tell by the fact that there were other stuff around. We're going to go up here to Sandwich Hands Camp, which is just a funny name to have in general. Because, you know, nothing says lovin' like Sandwich Hands. Actually, it says you're too poor to buy bread. Because, you know, that's what we call a hand sandwich. When all you can afford is the meat and the cheese, and you put it in your hand and you slap it around. Okay, this one has finished the scoreboard. That's the new build there that comes with it, the new prefab, so that's a 2 off the bat. Got your shop up here, really nicely done. Got stairs going down, stairs coming up. You got power going up to your shower. Everything looks decent. Got a nice little workroom here.
Nice to see another visitor around here.
It's not bad at all. I mean, you've got your, you know, extractor buried in here so people can't get into it, which is fine. You got the bunny rabbits out. You've got the dog out. You've got the logs out. You got the greenhouse tiles up here. I mean, they've gone pretty decent with this, I would say. Now let's take a quick peek at their house and see what they've done with it. It's in the process of being decorated, I would say. They probably haven't got everything quite tweaked out the way they want it yet. I mean, like you can see empty shelves there, and there's no cabinets in the kitchen, really. So I'm going to go ahead and say this one's a work in progress, like the other one was. I'm going to give them a good solid 6 because they honestly deserve it, because it actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but they're headed in a good direction with it, and they actually used That's actually pretty cool. I hadn't thought about that. Putting your billboard on top of a telephone
Being out
pole
here reminds me of camping.
is actually not a bad idea. And then you got the dinosaur thing there too, which I mean, yeah, everybody that bought it is kind of trying to figure out what the hell to do with it. The only good person that I've seen do anything interesting with it is Lanthar, which I may wind up going ahead and putting a thing for Lanthar's build it in the description if I think about it. If not, look her up online, but if so, I'll go ahead and see if I can find it. Because she shot a video and she made a dinosaur tea party. It's actually kind of cool, and I got to see that firsthand. I didn't record it because she was still in the process of making it at the time. But good camp nonetheless. Anyway, like I said, I'd give this one a good solid. I'll give this one a good solid 6. Yeah, I would almost give it a 7, but there's still a few things that I don't like about it. So, and that being, anytime you have the ground space, you don't really need to use those tiles. Just saying. All right. So this has been Wryne's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. Hope you've enjoyed it. I have. Today I'm not wanted, which is a rare change in my daily routine here lately. Because it seems like the last couple times I've done this, I've gotten wanted just by opening a door to somebody's bathroom, to somebody's bedroom, to somebody's underwear drawer. I mean, anyway, you have a good time. I will talk to you guys later. And have fun, as always.